Is it not enough for you to feed on the good pasture? Must you also trample the rest of your pasture with your feet? Is it not enough for you to drink water, to drink clear water? Must you also muddy the rest with your feet? Ezekiel 34:18 reminds us. The Council of Churches in Zambia believes in that an unhealthy political and social environment can have detrimental effects on the country, potentially leading to challenges in governance and general development. When a nation faces widespread issues such as corruption, both past and current, social unrest, economic inequality, or political tensions, it can indeed become more difficult to govern effectively. A healthy political and social environment typically involves factors like the rule of the law being applied fairly and equally, transparent and autonomous institutions, respect for human rights and civic, and giving room for civic engagement and interactions. These elements contribute to stability and enable governments to address challenges and meet the needs of their citizens. Conversely, when these factors are compromised or tampered with, it can lead to dissatisfaction among the populace, erode trust in institutions, and create an environment that is very challenging to live in. The CCZ reiterates its concern around matters of national interest, such as shrinking democratic space, increase in cost of living, and the continued arrest of opposition leaders, political party leaders. What is also of concern is how secretive sometimes these issues are done, that relatives and concerned stakeholders have to literally mount a search to locate where their relatives are. Offenders should be arrested, and it must be clear where they're detained. These issues have been spoken to publicly and privately through engagements with government, particularly State House and concerned stakeholders, a situation that has prompted reactions through pastoral letters and press statements. From the end of the Council of Churches in Zambia, there was a reflection on 2022 that was released on 2nd January, and many other press releases in between have taken place, including live discussion programs. So it is against this background that CCZ is prompted to share the following. The Council of Churches in Zambia wishes to condemn in the strongest terms the redeployment of Mrs. Tandiwe Piri Muhende, Chief Registrar of Societies. The Registrar's redeployment raises more questions than answers, especially that this development was preceded by office searches and police call-outs, and of course in the context of the upheavals that are happening in the major political party, the former ruling party. We wish to urge government to uphold the rule of law, not just by lip service, by walking the talk. We cannot talk about development if and fairness and democracy if we say one thing, and our practice through the institutions such as the security wings and others seems to be pointing in the other direction. Political leaders should remember to prioritize the well-being of their constituents, act with integrity, and follow the rule of the law as prescribed in the Zambian Constitution. They should endeavor to represent the interests of the people, not their own. The political field should not be muddy, lest it leads to a situation where the atmosphere is saturated and suffocated, and making the country tense and indeed challenging to live in. CCZ is taken aback to learn of the many civil servants who have been transferred, redeployed, and in some cases sent on leave because they are perceived not to be supporting or sympathizing with the ruling party. Our firm belief is that civil servants are professionals and they should be employed as such. The tendency to change, to make major changes in the civil service have actually proved to be a challenge that impacts development instead of helping development. Every ruling party, of course, in the past and in the present, should be preoccupied with getting the best Zambians to occupy offices